Today I left my house, didn't grab my phone, just went out the door, grabbed my skateboard, went out skating, and went to this park. And I practiced some kickflips for a bit, practiced my ollies, my shove-its, and then I just popped my skateboard off the ground. I caught it and I walked towards a rock. And as I was walking towards this rock, I was noticing the wind on my face, the sunset in the background, just the little things that you wouldn't notice unless you looked up. So I sat down on this rock, and as I felt the wind going on my face, I was just observing what was coming up in my head. I was seeing the thoughts of just a bunch of things. And then after I was questioning myself, being curious about what was coming up, I realized, we're just a little piece of dust, a little particle, a little bee, a little ant on a big rock floating amongst trillions of other big rocks and suns and things in space. And really, our problems that we have right now, they're not as crazy as we think they are. And then while I was thinking about this, right before I recorded this video, and somewhat actually during recording this video, I was reminded of the law of relativity. Now, what is that? Because there's so many different laws of the universe, but the law of relativity basically states that you can look at it from many different viewpoints in so many different ways. Ultimately, it just depends on how you look at it. Something can be terrible, you can look at it and it can be the end of the world, or you can look at it and see that it's really not that important. You can look at it and see that it's not as much suffering as what your imagination is giving to you. Your reality is often and many times not as wild, not as crazy as what your imagination is telling you it is. So, after like 30 minutes of sitting on a rock, I grabbed my skateboard after twisting it in the dirt for a bit, and then I plopped it down, practiced another kickflip or two, didn't land them, and then I rode off to the side. And then I went down this nice little hill, very tranquil, and I realized that I hadn't given myself this time to think, this time to self-reflect, even if it was just not on purpose, just leaving my house without my phone, without any little ties, any little things in the back of my mind that I need to address, leaving my house and just being one, contemplating, just being observant on what comes up. You really realize there's something that your brain is trying to tell you, and you just need to listen. So, listen. With that, bro, I'm gonna leave you. Have a good night, man.